the Gank Sorc. If you've ever wanted to blow people up from stealth, if you've ever wanted to be able to bomb people and not die instantly because you were having to stand right next to them while you were bombing them, if you ever wanted a build that would allow you to use your ultimate to immediately generate another ultimate and keep bombing, then this is the build for you. Alright, for our skills on the back bar, I have Eye of Lightning, Boundless Storm, Hardened Ward, Dark Conversion, Critical Surge, and Streak. Now I'm going to start off with saying that if you want to add the Psijic skill line to this build, you can use the Undo alt or Temporal Guard alt to go ahead and get the damage mitigation and throw in the channeled acceleration to get the extra 10% damage to your criticals. And since we're on a build that's going to have, I think, around 55% critical chance, you're actually going to be hitting harder with those skills in place. However, I've said it in the past, I'll say it again, I refuse to run the Psijic on any more of my characters. I've done it so many times. It's such a boring quest line that I'm never going to do it again. So if you want to add those, your build will hit even harder and have some better defense. Alright, on our attack bar, we're going to start out with Mage's Wrath. We want this morph for the additional AoE damage. Inner Light to get the extra spell crit and the extra max magicka to raise our tooltips. Inevitable Detonation. Crystal Blast, and we do want the hard cast morph on this because of the AoE damage. There's absolutely no drop off in the AoE targets as opposed to your main target. Combine that with the fact that it offers a 2-second stun, it's a must have on the build. Haunting Curse and Shooting Star. Now we're going with this morph specifically because of generating 12 ultimate for every enemy hit by the initial blast. When you combine that with your passives from the Fighters Guild, you'll generate 9 ultimate when you kill an Undead Daedra Werewolf, and your Assault skill line passives of Combat Frenzy, you're going to get another 20 ultimate for every player that you kill. There will be times that you drop your Meteor and it is immediately ready to drop again. I've done it to where I've had 3 meteors drop back to back because the amount of people that were being hit and dying. Not only is it valuable with that, but when you look at our gear sets, our Balrogs is giving us the extra spell damage based on how much ultimate we're consuming when we cast. So all that extra ult gen is huge to supplying us with extra damage when we're dropping. So the next set that we're going to be running, we're going to run New Moon Acolyte. We're just front barring it, obviously. We're running it with the dual sword so we can take the passives to get the extra damage from running dual wield. Back barring Lightning Staff, and we are running it in Decisive, so that way again generating and building ult as fast as we can. We will run Divines on everything but one piece, and just run that infused. Magicka glyphs on everything. For your jewelry, I run one piece Bloodthirsty, 2 infused, with spell damage glyphs on everything. One of the big things that really helps this build is getting the timing of your rotation down. One of the reasons for that is this passive right here. If we're hitting and having everything go off at the exact same time when they're at full health, everything's hitting for 10% more damage. For the actual rotation, once you've buffed up and you're ready to burst in, you're going to start with inevitable detonation. That gives you 4 seconds before it goes off. The next move you're going to stack is Haunting Curse, which goes off in 3.5 seconds. Then you're going to drop your Shooting Star, which goes off in 2 seconds. And then into your Crystal Blast frag spam. And then Mage Wrath, anybody that's in that execute range. Our character is a vampire that we're going to keep in stage 4 for the extra mobility when we're in stealth. The additional regen for magic and stamina is good. The damage mitigation for being below 50% health is very good. We're going to run Lover for our boon to get that spell penetration. The double Bloody Mara or disastrous Bloody Mara, if you have those, would definitely be the food that you want to use. It's all about getting the max magicka with some extra health to be able to stay alive. For our champion points, we go 40 with Warlord, 64 into Tenacity, 56 into Arcanist, 23 into Mooncalf, 63 into Shade, 23 into Tumbling, the 1 extra point to be foul, 72 into Elfborn, 64 into Elemental Expert, 53 into Spell Erosion, 81 into Master of Arms, 56 into Ironclad, 25 into Spell Shield, 52 into Resistant, 25 into Light Armor, 20 into Thick Skinned, 49 into Hardy. I had this one a little bit higher just because of how many people are running Onslaught, Berserker Strike. 43 into Elemental Defender, and that'll do it for champion points. Alright guys, the video linked here is just some gameplay of this build if you want to check it out in action. I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to watch the videos on the channel. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, drop them down below and I'll try to respond to them as I can. Thanks for your guys' time.